we love to have fun. We love to have fun. We're not different. We're not scary. You don't have to walk around eggshells with us, you know? At least when I didn't really know, I think this is kind of the norm. I didn't really know many people in recovery at that time. But if I were to go back now as a student in recovery, it would be a lot more, I would like to tell these students that, like, yeah, we love to have fun. You know, we love to go out and do everything you do, minus the extreme boozing, minus the, you know, drugs. You know, we do absolutely everything the same. Let's go have some fun. You know, let's go bike around Tempe Town Lake. Let's go to Sedona. Let's go all these places. You know, I've traveled more in my year and a half of sobriety than I have my entire 5 years of college, 6 years of college. We love to have fun. Let's go have fun.
I'm similar to other college students that aren't in recovery in so many ways, right? I get anxious about going to a class for the first time. I worry about my schedule being too jam-packed. I worry about balancing my work life with my school life and having enough money to pay rent and my utilities, but enough time to study. I get so worried about meeting new professors, going to their office hours. Just like any other student, it's really all the same.
No, I'm not any different. I enjoy a different lifestyle. At the beginning, it felt different. I felt excluded. I felt left out. I felt like I was missing out on something. We call it FOMO, the fear of missing out. There's a huge fear of missing out. But as time has gone on and as I've gone farther into recovery, I've realized there's much more to life than just that. And that was all I was doing.
I consider myself different than anybody who hasn't gone through the type of things that I've gone through when it comes to addiction.
I've come to realize is that, you know, everybody has problems in their own life. You know, everyone's struggling with something. So my particular struggle, that's not as much of a struggle anymore, but, you know, thing I have to keep check on is, you know, recovery.
I think they kind of feel bad for me. They say I'm sorry a lot. And for me, they don't need to say that they're sorry. No one needs to feel bad for me. I did it for myself.
I would like them to know that, you know, really a student in recovery is no different than any other person, except for we've decided to turn our lives around, or me. I've decided to turn my life around. You know, I live my life by spiritual principles today and have overcome so much in my life that, like, just school is just taking on a new challenge. And I'd like people to not have that stigma of what a person in recovery is. We're just like, you know, I'm just like you and I, you know, we're just another person just trying to live a better life.
It's scary to come forward and say, hey, I think I have a problem. It's scary for anybody, but especially for students. And just to know that there are resources. You can keep your anonymity. You can do whatever you want. It's the limit. The sky's the limit here.
It's not bad. It's not this bad thing. No, you don't have to feel sorry for anyone. You don't have to look down on them. You don't need to take care of them. You don't need to help them. Just be there for them and ask, hey, how you doing today?
Say, oh, that's great, that's awesome, I'm proud of you, which is the best response to hear. A lot of times people will ask, like, from what did you use? I personally don't think that's important, so I don't like to answer those type of questions. I'd rather focus more on, on the recovery piece rather than what it was I was doing before I got in recovery.
By trying to include them and by trying to be more understanding of them and trying to empathize with them, I feel like we can make the world a better place.
Just treated them how you would want to be treated in that scenario. Treat them with care and compassion, actually listening, actually, having a conversation instead of talking to someone. It's amazing how far just treating someone like a person will get you.
Study group, and I can be counted on to do my portion of the group project. And I can also show up at 2 in the morning at a friend's house who just relapsed and needs to go to a detox center or to a psych ward, and that is a gift beyond words. I can't quite communicate how incredible that is.
My recovery gave me life, period, end of story. I no longer wanted to live when I was using, and when I was out there, I was ready to just end my life, and that was my alternative, keep using or die. And recovery has given me, I'm gonna get emotional, more than I can ever imagine. You know, I'm a student now, my family, I have them all back.
You know, I've traveled more in my year and a half of sobriety than I have my entire 5 years of college, 6 years of college. We love to have fun. Let's go have fun. Let's not make it about drinking. Let's not make it about who can black out quickest. Let's make it about building real friendships, because that's something that I didn't have in college, was building those bottom line friendships based on honesty and love versus drinking and drugs.
If I'm not involved with people on the front lines, this life that I have, beautiful wife, just had a newborn baby who's 7 months old, I don't have that. None of that is a part of my life. If I don't have, without recovery, I don't have that. And I think that that's the best way that I can, be of service to myself and to the university and to all these people, is by being involved 100%.
My biggest fear was to live life with no purpose. That was my single greatest fear. And today, I have that sense of purpose, So I'd say that's the biggest achievement.
I live in a world where drugs and alcohol exist. Plain and simple. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. So I need to learn how to exist in a world where those things exist. I can't run and hide and try and act above that stuff.
I've established greater relationships with the people around me. I'm no longer afraid to stand up for myself. I have really good boundaries. I got a dog. He's amazing. And I can take care of my dog.
I tell the people that I'm involved with that, being involved with them, and what's going on with them keeps me, sober.
Recovery literally is life for me.